A lot of people ask me what to post. That's the big, what do I post then? Well, keep in mind that what you're hoping to be is an authority. You want people to follow you because of what your passions are, what your knowledge is, what you're an expert in, what you enjoy. You want people to always look to you for that information, at news. So you want to scour the internet, and there's great tools to help you find great content to post. But as we all know, a lot of stuff doesn't have a long life, meaning what's hot today is not hot tomorrow. And as you're pulling in all of this great content to post, you really do need to pay attention to what's happening elsewhere and determine maybe that piece of content has to be posted today. I have to change my content schedule of what I was planning to post today and get rid of something because this story is really good. A great example was driving in today. There was a story, and I saw it on Facebook yesterday. Nintendo's releasing a Nintendo Entertainment System this Christmas that's going to have 30 games built into it. They're bringing back the original Nintendo Entertainment System. If you know your audience, and you know your audience is a bunch of 18-year-olds, they probably don't care about that. Nintendo, what? Oh, okay, that's a video game system, but they never played it. It wasn't part of their life. If you know your audience is a bunch of 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, wow, they're going to love that because they probably grew up with that, and that's going to bring back some great memories. That's the thing that you might want to sit here and go, oh, I better get that posted today, because that story, by beginning of next week, probably already old. It's past. It's over. Jump on that right now. So your audience is going to look at you and go, wow, you were the first person I heard this story from. That's great. And they're going to share your story. Strive to be that first person. Strive to be the person that they look to as the source, because you you're following the network of people that you can get the latest news on bands, album releases, tours, whatever you want to be, automobiles, gardening, whatever your expertise is. Strive to be that first person to get it up there. If you're sharing it after it's been shared for the last week, you're kind of just riding the wave at that point in time. You're not becoming the person that's breaking ground. You're not the person that I'm going to look to as the source. And what that means is look at who your sources are. If you're like posting rock news and your source is Rolling Stone, they might not be they might not be breaking the news for a lot of stuff. Who are they getting their news from? Are you following the artist themselves? Are you following an actor themselves? Are you following somebody on Twitter, a Facebook page? That's where you're going to get the little tidbits that you can start posting, and maybe you've got the news 24 hours, 48 hours before the rest of the mainstream picks it up and is out there. That's what you want to be. That's what you want to strive to do. And again, there's a lot of ways to do this, whether you do it manually or you use great software that can help you do this. But I keep stressing this. It's knowing your audience, it's knowing what they like, and then finding the sources of the information that you just know is going to make them happy. And basically what that comes down to is, if you are similar or very much like your audience, if it makes you happy, if it excites you, it's probably going to excite everybody who's following you. And just go with that. Follow that lead. There's an interesting piece of content. So I was just talking about a lot of news that doesn't have a long life to it. There's something called green content. And that's content that really doesn't have an expiration date. It works great today, works just great if you post it a year from now. And that's really not news related. It's more content that's very much memories, emotions, stories, connects with people at that level. Photo memes are great green content. You know, one of the things, going back to Greg Kinn, we've spent some time and we figured out we know who his audience is, how old they are, what they enjoy, what they like. You know, we'll post something, a photo meme that just says something, what was the first concert t-shirt you ever bought? Good chance every single person following him on Facebook has bought a concert t-shirt. And what is it going to do? It's going to bring back a great memory, and a memory that they want to share. And we'll get hundreds and hundreds of comments. Some of them real short, just here's the t-shirt. Others that go into great detail of, it was this show in this city, and this is what I did when I went there, and I spent this much money on it. You know, it's really kind of amazing when you can create that sort of connection and bring back those memories and get those stories flowing between people. And then they want to share your post out to their wall because they want to share their story with their friends. And that's great because they just shared your content and now your reach just multiplied. And some of those photo memes, Greg has 50, 60,000 Facebook likes. Some of the photo memes like that, which we will post for him, 2, 3 million people will be reached. And 2 years later, comments are still being left on some of these. So they have just great life. So look for that type of content that doesn't have an expiration date. And you should be looking for that every day. And as you find that type of content, whether it's a photo or a story, throw the photos into a folder on a hard drive or grab the link to this web page and throw it on. I use Evernote personally for keeping track of a lot of stuff. Throw it in there and you just keep a folder literally called, I call it things to post. You know, and when news is slow, when you really don't have anything else active, you know that you can dive into your things to post folder, and there's a bunch of stuff there that's good to post today as it will be, like I said, a year from now. And that'll take so much stress off of you. I mean, I've got so many clients where a lot of times they're like, I've got nothing to post today. What do I do? What do I do? I've got to find something. It's like they wake up and it's like, quick, find something, find anything. And that's when you start posting stuff that might not really be about your brand because you're too worried that you just post something for the sake of posting. You keep that folder of good green content, not a worry. You wake up and it's like, yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a little slow today. Let me post a couple photo memes over the next 6 hours. Done. And your fans are active and loving it. That's amazing when you can start doing that. And again, it takes a lot of pressure off of you.